Welcome to Study Loop.
For this question, we're looking at two different plant species that are found at different heights on a mountaintop. So we're going to have a plant that grows at 2,500 meters, and we're going to have a different plant, or possibly the same species of plant, that grows at 2,300. So here we're trying to propose an experiment to test whether these are the same species or whether they are different species. So here, the first part to start off in this experiment is to define how we look at a species. So we define a species by a type of organism that's able to interbreed and reproduce. So if we have an organism that cannot reproduce with one another, we consider them two separate species, and we're going to branch them across a hierarchy chain based on their common ancestor. However, if they are able to interbreed and produce fertile offspring that don't have any disadvantages with the children or the offspring of those two linked and mated plants, then we are going to consider those the same species because of that quality. Though they may have those few different qualities, such as their ability to grow at different heights or their appearances as such. So here, the best way to test whether these are same or different species is to cause some sort of reproduction to see if they produce a vital hybrid between the two, meaning it's going to share characteristics between each of these two species, such that it could grow in between these two different altitudes. It might have similar appearances to either of the two as well, and it's able to produce offspring as well that survive well in the environment. You're also going to want to test whether these two plants are able to be translocated with one another. So you're going to try and see if you can plant the plant at the 2,300 meter altitude at 2,500 meters, and you're going to see its phenotype and genotype and see if they become very similar to this 2,500 plant. This could be with variations in gene transcription to produce different proteins that are going to help it survive at this different altitude. And with that, you're going to get a different phenotype or appearance that allows that better survival. So here, by reproducing the two species to create that hybrid, and by transplanting them, you're going to be able to best see whether these are the same species by the production of a viable offspring, or you'll see if they are different, either through the production of no viable offspring or their inability to sort of replace each other and share that same phenotype and genotype. So here, the best answer choice is going to be D, that the best way to determine these are the same species are to cause the reproduction between these two through the cross-pollination of seeds and check for a vital offspring. You're also going to transplant them to their alternative height or altitude to see if they grow and express some of the same phenotype and genotype. So here you should select answer choice D.